and just kind of get on started for everyone who's here and everyone who shuffles in afterwards. Thanks for logging on tonight. Basically, if you guys don't know me, some of you are on the team, some of you are QBs. I'm Kim, I'm our team coach. I usually work nights, so I had a rare night off, so I just kind of wanted to jump on and chat with you all and see what was going on and kind of give, just some thoughts about, fitting in events during the week and kind of trying to hit your goals when it comes to, we talked a lot about goals last week, and for September, I had a lot of the girls write down their goals, tell me how many items they wanted to sell in a week. And I just kind of wanted to get on and give some ideas about how you can meet those goals without kind of stressing yourself out, if that makes sense. So I am recording at this point. If you guys have any questions, feel free to type them in the little question bar and I'll hit them. And trainers, leaders, if you want to chime in, unmute yourself at any point and kind of interrupt me. I'm totally cool with that. As you know, I hate doing these on my own. One of the things that came out not long ago was Deanne's top 5. I won't go through them all, but one of the big things she and the company likes to stress is to try to work in, you should have a goal of working in 4 events a week. Now, when you hear 4 events a week, that sounds really stressful and that's a lot. And oh my God, how am I going to do 4 VIP in homes, VIP sales, 4 in homes, 4 hosted pop-ups, whatever, 4 vendor events? It's not 4 big events a week. And I just kind of wanted to get on tonight and give you an idea of some of the little stuff you can do to make it not so overwhelming. You hear a lot of times people being like, oh, I sold 100 items in a VIP sale and that's awesome and that's great. But most of us aren't doing that. I certainly don't do that a week. Every once in a while I hit that, but it's very off. It doesn't happen in one event usually. I do set a goal for myself of 100 items a week, and that's kind of a good goal to set as you progress on your LuLaRoe journey. I know that 100 items a week equals $400, 400 items a month, and 12,000 in sales a month is generally the average. And $12,000 a month in sales will get you cruise qualified, and that's always an awesome goal to have because who doesn't want a free cruise? But you don't have to hit 100 items a week in your VIP sale. You don't have to hit it in your in-home pop-ups. There's a lot of different ways to get there. So I'm just going to kind of go down the list that I made. And again, anyone feel free to unmute yourself and chime in if you want. Everyone's kind of got that option. And again, any questions, type them in the search bar. Obviously your most important thing. Okay, if you're setting a goal of 100 items a week, break it down. Think about that. That's a little over 10 items a day. Can you sell 10 items a day? I'm sure you could. Do you have to sell 10 items a day? No. Could you sell 20 every 2 days? Could you sell 30 every 3 days? I'm sure you could. When you break it down into more manageable goals, it doesn't seem like that much. And you can kind of see where that adds up. Obviously your main bread and butter and what we've been pushing a lot lately is in-home pop-ups. I know with people's schedules that we maybe can't book 4 of those a week. That's not realistic for most people. And a lot of people do. A lot of people will pack 4 into a weekend, and that's awesome because you're making awesome connections and relationships while doing that. When you're booking your in-homes, those are the things that are going to, maybe on a Saturday morning. I find brunch times really work well for booking in-home pop-ups. I'll do 11 to 1 on a Saturday or Sunday morning. People come, they shop, they hang out, they get on with the rest of their day. I know a lot of people have success doing a Friday night and Saturday morning schedule. So that way on Friday night, you have a girls' night. You don't have to unpack the car. Saturday morning, you bring it to someone else's house for a little brunch event. Boom, you're done. You have the rest of your weekend to hang out with your family. So in-home events should be kind of the first on your list. When you're talking about trying to get to 4 events a week, it would be great to see 1 or 2 of those events being an in-home pop-up, a vendor event, something like that, in-home shopping hours. They're all kind of under the same umbrella for me. Anything that allows you to connect with people in person should be your first goal every week. And there should be something on your calendar, hopefully, that will get you to those 4 events that is an in-home pop-up, vendor event, or shopping hours. Any of those are great. Obviously, the hosted in-home pop-up is kind of our bread and butter. And I find that once you start booking those, the next one will lead to the next one. So, pick a time that works for you. You don't have to do it on your hostess's schedule. When you're trying to book those pop-ups in home, tell them, okay, I've got the 4th, the 7th, and the 10th all open, and here are the time slots we have. Don't give them a choice. Don't be like, oh, I'll do it when you can do it. No, these are the time slots I have. And obviously you can be flexible depending on that, but that way it's working for you and your schedule and around your family's schedule and the like. So when you're doing your 4 events a week, you want to definitely have an in-home component to that. You don't have an in-home pop-up book that week, open your house, open your Lula room, open house shopping hours, tell your VIP group, tell your local friends and family, hey, stop by, et cetera, et cetera. Pick up a few things and, send them along their merry way. Included in that in-person connection 4 events a week, I would say add in, if you don't have an in-home, you don't have shopping hours, maybe you're looking for a vendor event. I know a lot of people don't necessarily know where to find these. I find mine mostly through word of mouth, Google vendor events, your area, talk to other people in your area that sell products, items, etc. They usually have a good beat on either Facebook pages or groups or something like that have local vendor events. And they're the best source of information because they're probably doing other ones that you haven't even thought of. So, when you're hitting your 4 events a week, definitely try to do an in-home component to all of them, because the more in-person connections you make, the more your online portion of your sales is going to be better. I named this kind of your diverse toolbox, because in order to get to 100 items a week, and if that's your goal, or even to get 50 items a week, you probably want a few different kinds of events. So you've got your in-home. I think that's self-explanatory. As many of those as possible. And if you can book 3 or 4 in a weekend, do them back to back, get them all done and out of the way, you're probably selling at least 20 items at each of one of those. Like an in-home pop-up, 10 to 20 items, 15 to 20 items, pretty standard. I would say 20 is pretty standard for an in-home pop-up. You can have really awesome ones that do 70, 80, and you have, not so great ones that do 10 or 11. But those people that you send home with new items probably are going to join your VIP page because they're going to be hooked in the leggings, they're going to love the dresses, and then they're going to buy more from you online as well. So you've got your in-home component. All right, so how else are you going to make? You sold 20 items at your brunch time pop-up on Saturday. How are you going to get to the rest of that 80 for the rest of the week? Obviously, your next one is probably going to be your VIP sale. If you're online, you're doing Facebook, you probably have a VIP sale. This is going to be probably your next largest event per week. These can range anywhere from 20, 10, 15, 20 to 100 or more items, depending on who you are and the size of your inventory and the like. So VIP sale, you're probably going to put a lot of time and energy into this one. And you hopefully are getting a lot back on it. Now, your biggest thing with VIP sales, and all the girls on the team already know this, is to be consistent with it. If you're popping up one week on Wednesday night and the next week on Sunday night and the next week on Thursday night and the next week on Tuesday night, people aren't going to know where to find you. It's kind of like appointment TV viewing. If you pick a consistent time slot, you keep hitting them there, you keep putting your items out there, you keep advertising that, they're going to show up no matter what. Even if you're taking the week off, they're probably going to show up, check your page. For me, it's Sunday night at 8 o'clock. People come in, they check my page, they know that I'm either having a sale or I'm off that week. So VIP should be like the second in your event list outside of all your in-home pop-ups. Put your time and energy into that, put the marketing into that. That's probably going to be your second area of being able to pick up another couple items. So those are kind of the 2 biggies. You want to focus mostly on the in-home. Then if you're getting online, you're going to do the VIP sale. So fine, maybe you're up to 40, 50, something like that at this point. Where are the little events in this? And this is where, you're saying, okay, I want to sell 100 items a week. Oh, I only sold 20 at my VIP sale. Oh, my in-home this week was kind of a dud or whatever. That's where you got to start getting creative. And, that may come in to play with, again, a fundraiser. Those are always big. Those can help fill the void from week to week. If you got an event going, you got a cause, book those, get people interested in those. But the easiest things to do are little flash sales. So whether it's online or in person, in person, maybe you're doing, hey, I'm having a leggings night, come over and, shop, my newest box of leggings, something like that. The same thing goes for online. You can invite people to your house to shop your latest boxes. You can invite people online to shop the box. So you get a box in on Wednesday. Instead of waiting for your VIP sale next week, why not open that box on Facebook Live? Open it on Periscope. start selling items. You know, those kind of things. They may not be huge sellers because not everyone is into the big Periscope or Facebook Live thing. Some people just prefer a traditional Facebook or in-person sale. But you can probably sell 10 items that way, maybe 20. You've got a great box. Maybe you're selling, you know, 30 or 40 items, and people like that because it's urgent. It's right out of the box. It just came from UPS that day. You want to put it up there, and you can easily pick up another couple things. It's not scheduled. It does take some work, obviously. You know, it doesn't need to be perfect. Your kids can be running through the shot. It can be 1 o'clock in the afternoon. If you wait for the perfect time to do a live sale, you're probably going to lose out on an opportunity to sell a few extra items that week. But a lot of people are having a ton of success doing these. You know, people want what's new and urgent. And if the UPS man drops off a box and you're up live an hour later just pulling stuff out, why not? And that way you can get an extra 10 or 15 items out that week. And then you're up to, you know, what are we saying, like 65 maybe? So you're not far off. You're about 35 items short at this point. You know, there's a lot of other smaller different things you can do. You could literally, you're feeling short 1 week, you're feeling short 1 month, you can add an extra flash sale, and you don't have to post all your inventory online every single time. If you are overwhelmed and there's just too much going on, post leggings and maxis one day. Give it a cute name. You know, you're feeling short at the end of the week and you want to run some kind of, you know, fun little game or special mystery Cassie bag, something like that. Be creative in these little events, because those little events will get you the 10 items a day. It'll get you, you know, a little bit here and there. It won't be a huge 50 item VIP sale, but those little pieces add up. Every single week, if you can make it your goal to do 10 or 20, you know, every couple of days, those are going to get to your 50, 60 a week. You don't have to put, and they don't take a lot of time and energy. Opening a box live on Facebook and assigning some numbers to some clothes, not that hard. You just got to kind of keep track of it. You know, other things that you can do that I say, you know, are kind of on the, you should only do them every once in a while. There are a lot of great online multi-consultant sales out there. You won't hear me say, don't ever do one, because I do them and I'm okay with them. And, you know, other than our team shop and, you know, a couple really good, well-run ones, you know, it's okay to participate in those. Don't pin your business on those. Don't think that those are going to be your bread and butter. But if you're at the end of the month or at the end of the week and you need to move a little bit of inventory, you know, so your VIP see new stuff, it's okay to do that. Just don't pin your entire business on it. It should be a little tool in your toolbox. As I said, you want to have a diverse toolbox of items and ideas to go to. And a multi-consultant sale, as long as it's well run and you know, it's not taking away from your normal customers and your in-home work, then it's fine. It's a great way to move inventory. You know, I wouldn't suggest doing more than a couple a month, but you know, it's a tool in your toolbox that you can use to help move a little bit of inventory when you need it. You know, there's a lot of different, you know, the biggest point I want to make is that you don't need to sell a huge amount in one sale a week. Your goal should be smaller than that. A lot of people are having success on our team with outfit sales right now. Ladies, did any of you do outfit sales this week? Megan, Krista, any of you guys? No, I don't think any of I think all the girls who did. Jamie, I think, did an outfit sale this week. But they're selling items that way sometimes. And Jamie, how'd you do with your outfit sale?
Sorry, I'm cleaning my kitchen.
That's okay.
I sold a total of 4 outfits, so 8 pieces. But 3 people that bought are totally new to LuLaRoe, and one of them booked a pop-up. And then I spent about 2 hours answering PMs about different styles and mixing and stuff. So even though it wasn't, I mean, I had 21 outfits. So even though a lot of them didn't sell, I still really feel like it was successful because of how much interest I got.
Yeah.
In it.
And yeah, Jamie, that's awesome. And 8 items. Look, there's 8 towards your 50 or 100 item goal for the week. And that's in one night.
I'm away from 100 a week.
Well, you know. It's a good goal to have, but 8 items, again, if you did something to that extent every day, 8 items, that's 7 days a week, that's 56 items a week. That's not,
Yeah.
that's nothing to sneeze at. I'm not saying you're going to do something like that every night of the week, but as your customers get more into LuLaRoe and they get more ideas because you're sharing how to style the items. That's why outfit sales work so well, because sometimes people can't visualize what a Joy looks like with a Nicole, or what a Perfect looks like with a Cassie. If you give them those ideas, they'll be like, oh, that what you thought was an ugly Perfect tee looks actually pretty awesome with that Cassie, and I'll pick it up. Great.
And I also was able to invite a lot of girls to my in-home tomorrow night who they're not friends with the hostess, but she didn't care. So, you know, they were kind of interested in something, and I was like, well, I'll hold it. Maybe you can come to this in-home tomorrow night and try it on. And so I think 4 or 5 different girls are coming to her in-home tomorrow night too. So I was pretty happy with it.
No, I mean, that's a great win. And it just goes to show that that was a smaller event that wasn't necessarily, you know, a big VIP or something like that, but it sold some items. It introduced some people to new ways to style things. And I bet you they'll look for those combinations next time. I know a lot of people have a lot of luck with those when they have a hosted VIP or a hosted pop-up. Online, especially if things are slow. I know one of our girls, Mallory, has had a lot of success of, okay, tell me what you want to combine. I'll combine 2 items for you. You know, you want to see a Cassie and a Perfect together. You want to see an Irma and a Cassie together. It gives people ideas because sometimes they can't visualize the pairings if they haven't seen them yet. Krista, you guys done some smaller events in terms of, you know, specific styles and stuff like that. Do you have anything that worked for you guys?
Do you mean like vendor events or like?
It's like more like smaller, you know, smaller online or smaller in-person things that you guys may have done that you have found success in.
Well, one of the things that we've done recently is like we did a live sale and we did some outfit sales on there, and I've had some people that were saying, I really like your outfits, but they weren't really purchasing. So I was just kind of like, well, if you want to tell me what you like or your style, just message me and I'll put some things together. And we did that after our last 2 live sales that we did, and we ended up selling probably about 4 or 5 additional outfits on top of, you know, what we had done. So just kind of putting yourself out there and just saying, hey, if this is something that you like, but you don't necessarily have the time to watch a live thing, just message me, and I don't mind being your personal stylist. So that's been pretty cool. And then I was just going to say that like the vendor events type of thing, like the multi that we do, I have a lot of consultants that ask when they're interested in doing it, well, how many items do most consultants sell? And it varies so much between consultant to consultant that I'm never going to say you're going to sell 10 items or 15 items or whatever. But what I really try to encourage them and just let them know is that this is a great way for you to meet some new people, for you to meet potential hostesses, potential teammates. So don't just put your value in, you know, kind of like what she was saying about there's people that want to come to their pop-up now and that are booking pop-ups. Like that's really what you get out of it. Some of our smallest events that we do where we sell only 10 items, we get so much more out of it in terms of hostess potential and, you know, loyal shoppers and things like that. So it's just hard to put a monetary value on that.
Nothing. Did you guys do a live Facebook sale or live outfit sale at some point?
Yeah, we did one. We had an opportunity to do one on a multi group this last weekend, and then we did one on our VIP the weekend before that. And I really liked it because I felt like we could show more items in a shorter period of time. So I could show an Irma and leggings, and they could purchase them separately or together. And honestly, most of them purchased them together as long as it fit them. And I felt like we could get through a lot more in a shorter period of time.
Awesome. You know, and well, you know, when we're talking about these kind of, you know, smaller events too, it kind of leads me, someone had a question today, I think it was Jamie, about attendance at in-home pop-ups. And, you know, especially for you guys just starting out, don't shy away from a in-home pop-up that only has 3, 4, 5 RSVPs. Some people will say how little is too little, you know, to do a pop-up. And there are people who actually do put limits on, you know, numbers, and in terms of, you know, I need to have 10 people there. And it, you know, it's a lot of work to haul all of our inventory around. But some of those smaller events with 3, 4 people, I mean, you're still making if they each buy a few things each, you're still making like, that's $500 in sales or something like that you didn't have before you did it. And when they probably had fun, they're probably going to book another pop-up. That's even more money in your pocket. You're making great relationships. They're going to invite people to your VIP sale. So for me, like, really almost no number is too small. As long as you can go and have fun with it, the more in-homes you can pack into your week in terms of, however it's convenient for you, they're a lot less work. Yes, it's physical work to pick up the bags and haul them into people's houses and the like, but there's no packing, there's no shipping, there's no invoicing afterwards. It's all done. You're home with your family. A lot of people will pack one weekend a month full of like 7 or 8 in-homes back to back to back and kind of just get their in-home portion of their sales for that month that way. Every time I feel like my online sales are slow, I start doing a lot of in-homes again, and I find my online sales then pick up as well because people are getting stuff and then they want to get more stuff, and they'll find me online whenever it's convenient for them. I say 100 items a week, and I know Jamie's like, oh my God, that's so many. When you're first starting out, it's really, really daunting. But there's a reason I put 100 items a week as a goal in general. Because again, it is cruise qualifying. And one of Deanne's top 5 things is keep doing your 72-hour game plan, which is making your list of contacts, contacting people about pop-ups, and you're supposed to do it until you cruise qualify. That is a goal that the company has set out. So that's the goal I set out for myself. And I love to see you guys set out, because you're making really great profit that way. As I said, 400 items is in general $12,000 a month in sales. Half of, a little under half of that is profit. That's a really good amount of money. And that might not be, your goal, but it's something that, the company has set out for kind of a goal. So I encourage people to get to that. And if you break it down into those smaller events every week, if you're thinking like a retailer and treating this like a business, 10 items sounds a lot easier than 50 to 100 items a week. Focus on the small sales, and it all really adds up. Like sometimes I'll have weeks where I'm like, oh, my VIP didn't do that great. My hosted didn't do that great. This didn't do that great. But then I add it all up and I'm like, oh, I sold 60 items. That's pretty awesome. So those, smaller sales don't not go anywhere. They all add up to a really great total. Any of you guys, current consultants, have any other ideas for small little ideas that have helped you lately, or things you've done that you like? What's up, Meg?
I do.
Go for it.
Okay. I have a couple. I made little notes while you were talking. Okay, so you're asking about a small sale idea.
Yep.
Something that I did recently that I was really hesitant about. I talked to Liz before I did it. I said, I want to do mystery leggings bags with my new shipment. And I said to her, how can I charge people full price for mystery leggings? Who's going to pay $25 for a pair of leggings they can't pick out themselves? And she said, just do it. Just do it. So I promised everyone one pattern and one solid that they had never seen before. It wouldn't be something that was just sitting in my inventory they'd seen 100 times. And I did only 5 of each size, so 5 one size and 5 tall and curvy. So 2 pair of leggings times 5 in each size times 2 sizes. And I put them up and crickets for like 30 minutes. And I said to her, this is going to be a huge bust. I offered free shipping. I offered a little coupon in each package. I said that there would be one package that had an extra pair of leggings. And then all of a sudden, at about an hour after I had posted them, they just sold out. All of them, full price. They completely sold out. I didn't do a sneak peek. I didn't say what was going to be in there, really. And I was shocked. I could not believe that all 10 packages sold. But it took me like 2 hours because they were pre-packed. I had already done it. And all I had to do is stick the shipping label on there. And gosh, how much was that? $25. I'm bad at math. $25 times 2 pair of leggings. So each pack was like $50 free shipping. And they ship first class. Even 2 pair of tall and curvy can ship first class. Times 10 packages. So
500.
$500
Around that.
yeah, in 2 hours. And that was 20 items sold in 2 hours. And that it took nothing from me, really. I just shoved a solid and a pattern. Since no one was picking, I got to throw them all in there however I wanted. got rid of some of my duplicates, got rid of some of the extra solids that I had. And that was awesome. It was great. And the people who got them, not a single one complained. They posted pictures, how excited they were when they got them. They loved it. And I really am due for another one of those pretty soon. So I really like that one. As far as live sales, I'll skip that one for now. Outfits, you said outfits. Even some people are hesitant to do outfits because it takes a long time to go through your inventory and find 2 items within a certain size range that match. Because none of your stuff is like matchy or solid. It's hard to match prints together. So people are hesitant to make outfits because it takes a long time on the front end of it. But even if you don't sell a single one of them in your sale, now in your next sale, when you're doing like your VIP or your in-home and somebody picks up one of those items that you've matched to an outfit before, you can say, oh, hey, there's this piece over here that I know goes with that really well. Why don't you try this? And they usually end up getting it, especially in-homes. So it might take a little bit of time in the beginning, but it gets you to know your inventory. It gets you to know what's going to fit together. It gets you to know what colors look good together. And it makes your sales quicker when you need to add on that extra item. It's really good for add-ons. So it's an investment, your time. Even if you don't sell a single one in your outfit sale, which you probably will, now you have that extra knowledge to add that add-on piece later, as long as you still have it. That's been really helpful for me. And then you said small in-homes. The issue with people doing in-homes less than 5 people, I love those, especially when I'm just started out. I was overwhelmed when I had 10 plus people at an in-home, trying to talk to everybody, trying to help them, trying to check people out when the internet might have been slow. I was really anxious that people were having to wait on me. So I love my small in-homes. I like the ones with 5 people because I can talk to each person face to face, find out what they did that day, find out what they're doing after the pop-up, find out what styles they want to try, and help them match stuff. I can spend a lot more one-on-one time with those people, and they're the ones that are going to come back. So I really like those 5-person in-homes, and it's worth it for me to bring my inventory to those. I don't mind if they're small. I don't have a limit.
No, yeah, I don't either. And I think, as you said, you make good connections there. A couple of people are asking questions about all the different, about outfits and stuff like that. Lacey says you're putting together some flat lays. And for you guys who don't know, flat lays are pretty much, they're the kind of, Heather, I think you asked what, they're the whole outfits together with shoes, jewelry, etc. It kind of just gives you an idea of, what it would look like all paired together. Megan and Lacey, do you want to talk about sizing when you do outfits? I know some people get concerned about how to put those together, and I think it's mostly just kind of judgment.
I typically, when I'm doing outfits, I go off of what I know the fit of the item is. So like I just listed in the comments an example, like I just put together a 3XL Cassie with a 2XL Perfect, because most people can size down in a Perfect, and a large Lindsay, because most people that can fit in a 3XL or 2XL could fit the large. They could also do the medium, but I try to go off of that, like the size charts for the items and how I know they fit. Or like even with extra small. Sometimes though, I will pair like an extra small top with a small bottom, because some people might fit those mismatched sizes. They might have a different size on top than they are on bottom. And since our clothes do fit differently, we kind of we're lucky we have a little more leeway to kind of play with different sizes. But that's really all I do. I just give it my best guess.
And I think that's what most of us do. I mean, I kind of go off the sizing charts like you do, and I know the sizing at this point, so I have a good idea of what will match well together for people. One thing to bring down your time when you're putting together outfits, I'll do them when I'm shooting inventory. If I have a new box, I'll pull out a shirt and be like, oh, I have a Cassie that would look great with that. All right, quickly throw it together on the mannequin, take a picture. And that way it's not a flat lay, it's not as fancy, but it's a good outfit that I can maybe use next week if that item doesn't sell. Or I find it I don't have a ton of time when I'm doing these things. So I find that if I do it while I'm photographing inventory, it kind of kills 2 birds with 1 stone. Then I have a bunch to pick from. If I'm doing outfit of the day or I want to do an outfit sale, then I have a bunch of stuff hanging around. Monthly, Jennifer saying she's doing a monthly lottery, blind leggings. It's a good idea. And then ordering blind for them. that we call that kind of leggings roulette. We've kind of been doing our item roulette, where we kind of been picking stuff from the warehouse and saying, okay, I'm going to order, you want a Lola? I'll order one for you and see what comes, and that's what they get. I think a lot of people are drawn to that because they see LuLaRoe, they see the crazy prints, and they're like, I really want to try that really awesome print that I see on that girl, but I'm not sure that I'm, cool enough to pull it off. And I think that's where the mystery leggings come in, the mystery Cassies. People are saying, okay, she's going to pick something for me that's pretty cool, and I'm not going to have a choice about it. So therefore, it gets people out of their comfort zones. Leggings of the month clubs. I've seen a bunch of you guys doing that lately. That's a great idea. It gets you, a solid sale every single month. And then people, you kind of get, okay, you got 2 of those, great, leggings of the month club. We'll put that in that shipment or whatever. How do we do with the outfit of the day? I see a lot of people post, but don't know if they actually sell. I think outfit of the day is hit or miss. I think outfit sales do better because once people see a few outfits in a row, they get a little bit more used to looking at the outfits. So I think those can be almost more successful if you put them all together than outfit of the day. Outfit of the day is great. And you'll sell one every once in a while, and maybe it's a 3-item outfit or something like that, and great, 3 sales that day. But I find that people seem to be more comfortable when you put them all together as of late. Birthday club. Someone just launched a birthday club. Lacey?
Yep. And I was going to say too about the outfit of the day. I think for me, I find it's like, I've actually never sold an outfit of the day, but I've sold pieces off of it. I think it's more beneficial just because it shows people how they could style things. Outfit of the day is good to use on Instagram too. Just make sure it's nice and clean and you're just showcasing the outfit. I just launched a birthday club after seeing a few people do it. I'm keeping it simple. I'm just going to message them with like a little like blurb when it's their birthday month, like, hey, thanks, happy birthday, thanks so much for being a customer with me or a shopper with me, whatever, and then offer them like, hey, for your birthday month, you get 10% off one purchase or $5 off one, something like that, something small. And then I'm going to do a drawing for a free item for all the birthdays that month.
It's a good idea. It's just another kind of perk you can offer your customers to make them feel special.
Yep.
Especially,
and I've had people come out of the woodwork to put their name down for their birthdays. So I know.
I have people book pop-ups around their birthdays a lot.
Yeah. That's what I think I want to do too.
Yeah, and that's a good incentive to have people book pop-ups. People want a treat around their birthdays. I can't tell you how many online or in-home hostesses I've had who said, oh, that's a great date. It's right near my birthday. And so it's almost a way to market and incentive booking pop-ups. Like your birthday's coming up, you have this event coming up. Why don't you schedule a pop-up around it? And that way you can get free clothes and your friends can see what you like and, et cetera. It's kind of a good marketing technique as well to do that. Are you having them sign up for birthday club, Lacey?
All I did was I made an album for it and I put a picture for each month and I told them to put their birthday in the comments.
Awesome.
Of the photo for their birthday. So that's all they're doing.
And it's easy for them and it's a good little perk. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to I'll wrap it up here in a few minutes because I know everyone's got stuff going on. But, the purpose of this was pretty much informal. I just wanted to kind of put out there that you don't have to do a lot of this stuff really formally. And again, the reason why I said a diverse toolbox, if you're in any industry, you know that, you have to have a lot of different things for it all to add up. It's not a question of, you have to, all online, all in home, all vendor, all this, all that. Like you have to combine all of them to really see success in this. The combination of your in-homes and your vendor events and your online, like it all works together. And if you're using all the tools that are available to you, then you're going to have the best product at the end. Because some days your VIP sale isn't going to work, but you're going to have a great in-home. Some days you're going to have an awesome Periscope sale, but your in-home the night before really was awful. It all works together. And the more you can use all those things to work together, they all take care of each other. Your Instagram markets your Facebook page. Your outfit of the day on Instagram will send people to your Facebook page to shop. Your in-home will send people to your VIP page to shop. Your in-home will book another in-home. It really takes diversity. I think you could do this business entirely in-home if you really wanted to, just because of all the connections you make. It's tough to just do it all online, because if you do it that way, you're not making those in-person connections that make people want to shop with you. As Deanna always says, they're not buying, it's not the product they're buying, they're buying why you sell the product. And they want to make that personal connection with you in order to, feel good about buying from you and buying more from you and telling their friends to buy from you. So the more in-person connections you can make, the more better online sales you can make. So it all kind of really works in tandem. Like any business, you have to have a bunch of go-tos. And I hope you guys all got at least a little ideas about, different items and different ways to do that during your week to kind of get to your sales goals every week. Anyone have any other questions or things going on that they want to chat about tonight? Or any other ideas of little things that they've done that's worked for them?
If anybody wants to private message me about live sales, I really like to do live sales, and I do them often.
At it too.
And I have a lot of tips and tricks that have really helped me that I've found and put together. So I'd love to share them if anybody's interested or having trouble with live sales, or if you're worried about it.
Maybe that'll be our next webinar. We'll do a little live sale webinar.
Yeah.
You guys can jump on and tell us your ways, because I'm not as good at, I don't do enough live, mostly because my hours of work are weird. But I definitely watch you guys, and you guys do a great job with it, because I can definitely learn a lot from you guys.
That's what I was just real quick, I was gonna say is I find that when I figure out what I want to do, don't hesitate to contact the people that you see that are doing it, that you like how they do it, and ask them questions. So whether it be outfits of the day or whatever it is, or even like we're starting to go into doing online hosted pop-ups, because we were so busy doing in-homes when we first started. Now we're finally getting interest online. Now I'm having to go and say, hey guys, how do you do this? What's your letter? What are you using? So don't be afraid to ask people how they're doing it, and not just try to figure out what on your own. You're not alone.
Yeah, Jen, you mentioned that sometimes people, you polled and you asked them, your group specifically, did you want a live sale or did you want a picture sale? And a lot of people don't know what they like. So, and I've learned this about doing it in my Facebook group too. You need to kind of tell them in some ways what they're going to like in this case. If it's easier for you to do a live sale, they're going to jump on. If you've got new Carlys, you're going to put those up live. They're still going to watch. And a lot of people, like, for example, my group, they're not as into the live sales because I don't do a lot of live sales. If I did more live sales, I bet you they'd be into it. So if the live portion is something that you're interested in doing and you want to do it more often, then you've got to just do it. And you're probably going to put up with a few duds off the bat. Yeah, they're really fun. And, it might take a little while for your group to realize they actually kind of like it. And it's all about how you market it. Like, as I think Deanna always says, when Deanna walked into a party, parties, like, her enthusiasm was contagious. If you're really enthusiastic about anything you're doing, whether it's an in-home, a VIP, a flash sale, whatever, people are going to jump on. You set the tone for whatever you're doing. And Lacey, you're right. People get to see exactly who you are, and that gives them a better chance of liking you and wanting to buy from you versus the consultant down the street. Live sales. That's a good idea, Krista. A bunch of the girls do regular live sales. What Krista was suggesting is that we maybe make a list of when people are doing them so people kind of can watch in and get some ideas. Yeah, I mean, kids are part of the live sale. Sorry, I'm reading the comments. That's why I say it doesn't have to be perfect. People like to see your toddlers running around, or your big kids or whoever, or your dog. People love to see that because it gives them an idea of who you are. Yeah, my 4-year-old always runs through mine. It's ridiculous. But in general, guys, just remember, it doesn't have to take one thing. It takes everything to make this successful. And there's a lot of girls on this team who are awesome at one part and awesome at another. And we all share ideas about how we get it done. But just try to keep your mind open. Try everything. There's going to be a few duds before you get it right. But definitely keep going back to that toolbox and, keep finding new ways and new inventive ways of selling stuff, because it all really does add up. If you guys don't have any other questions, we'll wrap it up for the night. Thank you guys for jumping on. I'm going to be doing more of this once my real job ends, which is like 5 weeks or so. Definitely, thanks guys. Suggest topics. I know you guys are all really good at different things, so I'm always happy to have people jump on and chat with us. So we will talk to you guys soon.